it comes to Naxal Mukt Bharat. That seems to be the mission and the deadline that shortly is now coming up. When it comes to the Home Minister's ambitious deadline of making Bharat Naxal Mukt, that ends tomorrow. And today it is being said that the Lok Sabha will be discussing centre's efforts to eliminate red terror. According to the list of businesses, the Shiv Sena MP Shrikant Shinde will be moving a motion for a short duration discussion. Home Minister Amit Shah has repeatedly affirmed the centre's commitment when it comes to uprooting Naxalism by the 31st of March 2026. He spoke exclusively on the Times Now summit, stating that Naxalism in India is on the verge of being eradicated.
नक्सलिज्म खत्म करने का आपने अपना डेडलाइन बनाया था 31 मार्च 2026।
नहीं, मेरे अकेले का नहीं था,
पूरे देश,
पूरे गृह मंत्रालय ने एक डेडलाइन तय की थी। पूरे सीएपीएफ के जवान, सभी अफसर, सभी लगे हैं और सभी लोग एकत्रित आकर इसके साथ प्रयास करें।
तो अभी हाल ही में हमने देखा पापा राव जो बड़े नक्सल लीडर थे, उन्होंने सरेंडर किया है। 31 मार्च की डेडलाइन आप मीट करेंगे या कुछ?
मुझे तो भरोसा है हम कर लेंगे, कोई दिक्कत नहीं होगी।
तो अनाउंसमेंट
क्या होता है? धमाके होना बंद हो जाएगा तो देश नक्सल फ्री हो गया। देखिए, ये किसी के सामने जय पराजय का सवाल नहीं है। ये 5 दशक पुरानी एक समस्या थी। देश के पूर्व प्रधानमंत्री मनमोहन सिंह जी ने भी कहा था, देश की आंतरिक सुरक्षा के लिए सबसे बड़ा अगर समस्या है तो आतंकवाद नहीं है, नक्सलिज्म है। और मुझे आनंद है कि मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में एक कम समय सीमा के अंदर हम सफलता के कगार पर खड़े हैं, या कह सकते हैं सफलता प्राप्त कर चुके हैं। और इस देश में नक्सलवाद के जाने के साथ ही तिरुपति टू पशुपतिनाथ जो रेड कॉरिडोर की बात होती थी, वहां बसने वाले करोड़ों ट्राइबल भाइयों बहनों के जीवन में एक बहुत बड़ा विकास का मौका आने वाला है। हजारों पोस्ट ऑफिस बन रही है, सैकड़ों बैंकों की ब्रांचें खुल रही हैं, हजारों गांवों में बिजली पहली बार पहुंची है, वहां आधार कार्ड बन रहे हैं, वहां रेशन कार्ड बन रहे हैं, इनके खेतों में सिंचाई का पानी पहुंच रहा है, रेलवे पहुंच रही है, रोड पहुंच रहे हैं। और पहली बार ये ट्राइबल क्षेत्र में आजाद भारत के हम नागरिक हैं, इसका अनुभव हो रहा है। तो मैं मानता हूं ये पूरे देश के लिए बहुत बड़ा अवसर है और मैं इसका संपूर्ण श्रेय सीएपीएफ और राज्य पुलिस के जवानों को देना चाहता हूं, जिन्होंने इसके लिए दिन रात कुछ भी देखे बगैर मदद करी।
So we've seen that over the years, the government has not shied away when it comes to neutralizing red terror in India. And this crackdown over the years now seems to be clear through the statistics and the data that has been shared on part of the MHA. Right from 2023 to 2025 to 2024 to 25, the number of when it comes to these insurgents who have surrendered, who have arrested, and who have also been killed. Now, this seems to be a steady decline over the years that has been seen over the government of India's commitment when it comes to eradicating Maoism. That seems to have reflected in its results, with the number of districts affected by red terror also now going down. So let's take a look as far as when it comes to the graph is now concerned, right from 2013 to what we are looking at as far as from 2017 to 2014. This seems to be the crackdown on red terror. That seems to have also increased with multiple as far as when it comes to people involved in anti-nation activities either have surrendered or they have been neutralized, and a lot of work that has also been done by the government and the security forces for their rehabilitation. So over the years, what we are looking at, this seems to be the very tagline where the government of India's commitment in eradicating Naxalism or Maoism, that seems to have now resulted in the figures. There you can see the decline, and this is a striking one, right from 2013 to 2025. So in a span of 12 years, when it comes to multiple districts that have been affected by red terror, has also now gone down. Let's get connected with Somit on this. Somit, good morning. The entire belt that what we are looking at, multiple states that has been affected when it comes to Naxalism, this seems to be one of the major missions that the government has undertaken, and now we are nearing its fulfillment.
Well, Amita, this is not, this is not a normal achievement for the central government or the state government, because several state governments are affected. And when it comes to the, several constituencies are affected due to the Red Terror, and, several constituencies have been seen bleeding when it comes to the Red Terror. And it's been now decades. And Amit Shah has given this deadline, and several chief ministers, more than, when it comes to the couple of states, were directly, indirectly affected due to the red terrorism. And when it comes to the top commanders, recently we have saw, after the central government has started the Operation Gagatu, several top commanders, including Devji, Raji Reddy, and also even top commanders who have attacked even the Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu in 2003, where he nearly got killed. Even
2003, where he nearly got killed. Even that, top Maoist has been recently surrendered.
Yes.
To other top Maoists, including Devji, who held the top position, surrendered before the security forces. And even talks between the Home Ministry, Central Home Ministry, and the state intelligence forces and agencies and top Maoist cadre, including the top Mao commander
Yes.
Ganapati is
Yes.
also going on, is what even sources have confirmed. And very soon he'll also be surrendering before the police, is what
So surrendering of arms, joining the mainstream, and for the rehabilitation, a lot of work that still seems to be undertaken on part of the government and the security forces as well. Thank you, Somit, for that update, because as far as the developments are concerned, we talk about this deadline of Naxal Mukt Bharat. The debate, however, seems to have ignited with a Congress MP's remark that seems to have triggered a storm. However, saying that they will not call out on the red terror, as here is the Congress Neta who seems to be in a way trying to rationalize Maoism, saying that find out why Naxalism started in the first place, and the logic that this Neta seems to be giving is that the government should not act in haste. Now, this seems to be a fresh political storm that seems to have started off with the Naxal Mukt Bharat initiative and this agenda that the government has now set its eyes on the 31st of March 2026 to be its deadline.
हमारे नेता जननायक राहुल गांधी जी का हमेशा कहना है कि आप पहले कारण को समझिए, ये नक्सलवाद शुरू कैसे हुआ। अगर आप देखिएगा तो जल जमीन को लेकर के, जल जमीन जंगल को लेकर के हमेशा फॉरेस्ट में, छत्तीसगढ़ में, उड़ीसा में, झारखंड में आदिवासियों ने लड़ाई लड़ा। जरूर कुछ गलत लोग उसमें पैदा हम लोग नहीं करना चाहते। हमारा मांग ये है नक्सलवाद के ऊपर में कि सरकार को एक ठोस कदम उठाना चाहिए और इसके ऊपर में विस्तार रूप से पहले कारण समझना चाहिए कि नक्सलवाद शुरू कैसे हुआ और इसको कैसे खत्म किया जाए। इसके लिए विपक्ष को, पक्ष को एक साथ बैठ करके चर्चा हो रहा है।
Well, Naxalwad khatam kaise hua? I mean, Nyamika, is there any debate or discussion needed? Because there cannot be comparison that could be drawn between insurgents and activists. What is the Congress Neta here trying to suggest?
Well, it is not just Congress MP, Mr. Manoj Kumar,
Just
but another
interrupting you,
MP.
Nyamika, apologies. Pradeep Bhandari of the BJP is connected with us. Pradeep, here is a Congress Neta who believes that we should go in the route as to why Naxalism started in the first place and then understand it. Is that even necessary as far as he seems to be deriving that Naxals in a way could be also activists?
Well, this is complete support for the Naxals by the Congress party. If you recall, this is how urban Naxals behave, and probably this is why when the Congress party was in power, recall the statement of then Union Home Minister P. Chidambaram, who after the Naxals had attacked the security forces, asked Naxals for surrendering, for coming to a dialogue without surrendering arms. It's very, very clear now that the Congress, during the Congress party's rule, Naxalism had increased in this country, red terror had increased in this country, surge, because the Congress party supported them from behind, because the lobby of the Congress party is that of urban Naxals. The statement of the Congress MP is nothing but giving support to Naxals who have killed innocent Adivasis, and the Congress is not able to digest the fact that under PM Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah, you see red terror being eliminated in the country.
Right. Thank you very much, Pradeep, for your point of view, because Nyamika, that seems to be the very premise of this argument. Do you want to go back to the 1960s when actually red terror in a way that started off? There have been countless killings and martyrdom of our security forces as well. Does not the Congress party see that?
Well, the counter which has been given by the Congress party is that they have also lost many of their senior leaders due to Naxalism, and for that reason they are basically questioning the government's efforts, as it is not just Mr. Manoj Kumar but also another MP from the Congress party, Mr. Pramod Tiwari, who has also raised certain concerns by the manner in which the government is trying to eliminate the left-wing Naxalism and extremism from the country, as even Mr. Pramod Tiwari has also stated that the way these actions have been taken, in which many of the killings have been done by certain people who have also left Naxalism, they have also come back to mainstream, but even the children are also being killed. That is also raises a lot of concerns for the government steps which they have taken to eliminate Naxalism. On the other side, it is Manoj Kumar who is basically stating that we need to understand the reasons why these people are moving towards Naxalism, as this is basically a fight of Jal, Jungle, Zameen, and for that reason the government should also understand that what is actually the
right
reason
from the ground movement, how this movement that has now turned into anti-national, because here when it comes to the Indian government over the years has implemented security operations and also development initiative that address Naxalism, that aims to curb violence and also address underlying socio-economic measures. Let's listen into the other point of view coming in from the same Congress party.
सरकार ने बहुत कदम उठाए हैं, जिनमें कुछ ऐसे कदम हैं जो विवादास्पद हैं। जिस तरह निर्दोष लोगों को, जिस तरह बहुत छोटे बच्चों को, महिलाओं को और जो बुजुर्ग छोड़ चुके थे, मुख्य धारा में लौट आए थे, उनकी हत्याएं चिंता का विषय है। नक्सलिज्म पे प्रभावी कार्रवाई हुई है, मैं समझता हूँ ये उचित है।
Well, still not calling out on red terror, as it remains a major internal security channel despite sustained counter-insurgency efforts that the government seems to be undertaken almost at a complete eradication by tomorrow. That seems to be the deadline that has been set forth by the government of India. With that, we head into a short break.